Tell me, how often do you feel tired during the day? How often do you wake up feeling tired? If tiredness is your reliable friend and you don't know why, then this episode is for you. Today I'm sharing the most common mistake I see in my tired managers in clinic, and I'm going to share the one thing that will make all the difference. Let's get started, shall we?
Well, hello, beautiful people, and welcome to the Project Joyful podcast. I'm your host, Tracy Tutty, your medical herbalist and high performance coach. So, hey, Project Joyful isn't just about being happy. It's about consciously creating a life you love. It's about remembering how to reconnect with your soul-centered joy. You know, that joy that comes from doing what you love, from living on purpose, and from being in a life that allows you to experience deep joy moment by moment. So hey, let's get started, shall we?
I often see patients who are stressed out because they're dealing with so much. They're juggling multiple priorities at work and at home, and they need to find a way to function at their optimum. They often have big hearts and they want to do the best for everybody. Everybody except themselves, that is. They're spinning the plates, but they're worn out. And carrying on in this state, well, sooner or later a plate's going to drop. They know something has to change. They begin working out or working out more. They start taking energy-boosting supplements. They're on a 3-coffee morning when really they only needed 1 before. They try to fix it by getting new tools, apps and online thingamajigs designed to help you be more productive, more focused. But the foundation is wonky. It's not about squeezing more into your day. It's about resetting your nervous system so that you have the capacity to respond rather than react, to think deeply and critically, and to be present for your team and for your loved ones. You can't do that if your nervous system is frazzled. It's like putting a band-aid on a severed artery. It's simply not a long-term viable option. Now, stepping into calm proactively and on purpose, it can be scary. We may feel that we'll be in trouble because we're not getting things done. This is particularly relevant if you work in an environment where you're rewarded for busy work rather than the solely high impact work. You may worry about whether you'll ever catch up, but the fact is that when you're in this state, sooner or later your body will request a moment of calm. Proactively choosing to do it, and you get to manage your workload through effective communication and delegation. It's a temporary thing while you reset and put the strategies in play that will prevent you from getting to this place in the future. Choose to ignore how you're feeling, and your body will request time out. It will be at a time that's inconvenient, and the reset time is going to be so much longer. So what is this downtime about? It's all about soothing your nervous system rather than stimulating it. Leave out the stimulants for 5 days and notice how you feel before, during and after it. I'd recommend consulting with your herbalist so that you can enjoy a tonic along the way, and it's going to restore your nervous system. We use a combination of nervines and adaptogens to help you reset. For example, herbs like ashwagandha or green oat straw, chamomile, rose or lavender. I mean, they sound good just hearing their names, don't they? And if it's warming up where you are, plant a lemon balm and enjoy a relaxing nightcup of fresh lemon balm leaves. Choose recovery activities like walking in nature, colouring in yoga, tai chi or meditation. Our goal here is to bring in more periods of intentional relaxation so that you give your nervous system an opportunity to relax and to reset. Dial in your sleep. This is so important. Check out episode 7 for tips on improving the quality of your sleep and your ability to get to sleep. Great sleep is largely the result of sleep-inducing habits and rituals that signal it's time for sleep. And one of the most common mistakes that I see is people are choosing herbs or habits that stimulate. We mistake feeling drained or worn out with needing to pump ourselves up. This is a surefire way to get to a point of burnout. Don't ignore the signs. Do you find yourself holding back rather than engaging with workmates or loved ones? Do you sometimes feel at the mercy of the world? You feel helpless and alone? Do you hear yourself talking negatively more often about things, or are friends telling you that this is the case? What are you looking forward to? Feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, or cynical, it can be signs of burnout. And if any of these questions have struck a chord, talk to somebody. Work with your body by expressing how you're feeling and seek out activities that soothe and nurture you. You see, there was a time in my life where I woke up one morning and I simply didn't have the energy to get out of bed. I thought I'd been coping, battling it out, but I had been running on empty for a very, very long time. In fact, so long that I didn't recognise it because I thought that was my normal. My only goal that day was to have a shower. And it was a long road to getting back to me. So if you're wondering if that could be you, don't pretend it isn't. Work with somebody who can support you, soothe and nurture your body, and be gentle with yourself. The strongest, most courageous person in the room is the one who asks for help. Sending you lots of love. Bye for now.
Hey, thanks for listening to today's podcast. Can I ask you a favour? If our conversation spoke to you today, could you please take a moment to leave a 5-star review? Your review will help people discover this podcast, and together we can create a world where there's even more love and more laughter. And if you want to hear more from the Project Joyful podcast, just click the subscribe button. Bye for now.